Okay, let me have a seat so I can cool down. Give me some water, because I'm sweating bullets. I'm sweating. Ooh. That's one thing. Whether you work this workout indoors in the AC or you work it out outside like I'm doing it, you're going to sweat no matter what. This is my first time working this workout outside. I have always been doing it inside, and I have sweat the same way you see me sweating now. And then right after my shower, I'm still sweating, and I'm sweating all day long. And then the next day, I'm sweating again. Now, the way this workout is done, you only do it 3 days a week. You pick whatever 3 days work for you. You must give yourself a break in between each workout, because the burnout, it lasts for 48 hours. Your body will be burning fat for 48 hours after you do this workout. So you don't need to do this workout tomorrow. I just did it today, so tomorrow I don't have to work out. I can rest. And that's why it's called rest-based training, because you must rest while you do this workout. If you do not rest, you will set your body on, I forgot the word that he named, but it's where you start feeling like you hungry all the time and you want to eat greasy food and eat bad. Like all of a sudden you finish working out and you say, man, I feel like I want some pizza, or I want a donut. Well, the reason why, because you overdid it. And us as women, our hormones have to send signals to the right places, so our metabolism and our brain will know that we don't need to eat those carbs and sugars. So get you some protein shakes. Right after you do your workout, drink a protein shake, which that's what I'm about to go do. That way you won't feel so hungry and you will feel full for some hours. And then think about the meals that you're going to eat every day, because that's my weakness, is food. I love to eat. I can work out all the time, but food is my weakness. I need to eat. I need to be able to eat what I want to eat. But I'm learning that as I get older, my body is not allowing me to take in a lot of sugar and a lot of carbs, because it goes right into this gut area. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, why do I look like I'm fit in my legs and my arm, but then that area look like it's saying, no, I'm going to sleep on you. So you have to, I have to turn what I eat around. So with this metabolic system, they have a plan. It's like a quiz that you take. The quiz tells you what type of food that you should eat and how much of it you should eat in a day. And it also tells you what you need to cut back on. And it tells you what hormone type you are. I am a hormone type 2, and that's because of the fibroids that I had and the cysts. I have ovarian cysts. So those things put me in a different category, which means that I only can really eat proteins, a lot of fiber, which is a lot of green vegetables, as well as low carbs. Like I can eat carbs on the days of my menstrual to the time that I have my ovulation. I can eat carbs, but right after when ovulation starts, I have to cut out the carbs, like no carbs. Or low carbs, what you would call like with the vegetables and stuff like that. I have to really cut back on carbohydrates. So that means no rice, no potatoes, unless it's sweet potatoes, and unless it's brown rice, and bread, stuff like that. But it's only for like a 2-week period, because right after that, I can eat the carbs again. And that is supposed to balance my hormones. Now, I have to be honest, I have not been on that regimen since I started this program. I have been eating everything under the sun, thinking that, I can just do this workout and I'll be fine. But I realized, I would probably say yesterday it hit me. And I had an epiphany that if I really want to get my hormones right, because I had my follow-up with my doctor about my fibroids and everything. They gave me an MRI. I even got my results. I was able to see what the fibroids look like, and they're completely dead, and the small ones are gone and already disappeared, and the big one is shrinking. And one thing I asked my doctor was, now that the fibroid is dying, will my stomach go down? And he said, that's on you. And I was like, what you mean? He said, well, yeah, your stomach's gonna go down because of the fibroid, but it's not gonna go completely down, because some of that is not just from the fibroid. Some of it is from your eating habits, and you need to change the way you eat. Then your stomach go completely down. And I was like, oh, you just go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it, doc. I'm fat. He started laughing. I started laughing. I'm laughing, but I get it. I'm one of the ones that you can give me criticism, and when you give it to me, I take heed to that, and I say, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that what was said to me isn't critical information for me. And one thing about my family is that we have diabetes in our family. We have diabetes in my family, as well as hypertension, and I don't want to get any of that. I'm in good health other than that fibroid situation. So I'm in great health. I don't have no other underlying disorders or anything like that. But I do need to take control before anything like that appears. So that is a little background on me. Now I want to just give you ladies some encouragement. You are a queen. This is called the queendomship for a reason. Tommy Lee was my grandmother. She was my grandmother, my dad's mom. She was 32 years old. She had 9 children, a total of 10, but one didn't make it, I think like 2 months after birth. And my dad was the oldest boy. He is the oldest boy. He's still alive. And I never got a chance to meet her. And the reason why, because she was killed by a boyfriend of hers because he was jealous. He didn't want her with nobody, and so he took her life. That is the place that I do not want you women to get to. So if you are in an abusive relationship, please think about your future and ask yourself, if what is going on in your life right now in the relationship that you're in continues, and it will get worse, it will not get any better, will you still be alive in the next 2 to 3 or 4 or 5 years? So you got to make some decisions on your life, on changing your life and doing some things that's completely uncomfortable for you. You have to change that. You can't continue to think that that man is going to change or he's going to get better. He's not going to get better. He will not change. And yes, people can change, but the only way people change is when, number 1, they know they got a problem. Number 2, they get help for that problem. And number 3, they have to feel shame and more remorseful for the things that they do, but they gotta feel it for themselves. It can't be, oh baby, I don't like when I get like this. You make me so mad. That's putting the blame on you instead of themselves. And then, oh baby, if you just do what I say, we wouldn't have this problem. That's putting the blame on you instead of themselves. Whenever they put the blame on you, they're not going to change. They're not ready to change, and they're not going to accept the fact that they got a problem. So the best thing for you to do is to figure out what you're going to do for yourself. You need to change, not that man. You need to change. You need to change how you act, how you think, how you do things, and you need to change your decision making. The things that you do are very important. It's very important. So don't be uncomfortable with being by yourself. Trust me, that's the best feeling you can ever have after getting out of a relationship that was very, very toxic and very abusive. All right, I'm done.